let's get to our Western Conference Finals prediction. Sammy, it's the Mavericks, it's the Warriors, it's Luka Doncic, it's the pool party, the Splash Brothers plus one, whatever you want to call it. I want to first get your pick on this series. Let's find out who wins and how many games.
I think it's Warriors in 6. I do think the Warriors at the end of this series will be the better team. I do think the Mavs will give them every bit of a scare, but it's Luka versus the world here. I mean, it's a 1v5 situation, right? I mean, Luka does not have any co-hosts on his team that will help win this series. Now, Dallas did go 3-1 against Golden State this year during the regular season, but in any of those games, they never had a full Golden State team. And so I'm thinking with Clay missing some games and Draymond Green missing some of those games, I think that that makes Golden State slightly better in the series, plus home field advantage and the playoff experience. I'm going to go with the Warriors.
Poor Sammy. Poor Sammy. It's nice as you saying that Luka doesn't have any Aaron Crouches like any co-host on his team. It's fantastic. It's funny that so many people use this. Well, who else is going to step up for the Mavericks? It can't just be Luka. A good thing it hasn't been just Luka this entire first 2 rounds. Jalen Brunson has been emerging as a possible co-star for Luka. Now, would it be nice to have another wing player that is as a good 2-way player? Absolutely. But let's make no mistake. I believe one thing keeping the Warriors from winning the series, the Mavericks, when they figured out the first 2 teams rebounding, the first 2 opponents, they shut them down. They shut them down completely. Like when it was on the Jazz, it was nip and tuck, and they didn't even have Luka for part of that series. They figured out how to out-rebound Gobert when it counted. You look at the Phoenix Suns. They figured out how to out-rebound DeAndre Ayton when it counted in the last couple of games. And then I look at this Golden State team. They're shorter, if not shorter, than Dallas. They rely on Steph Curry shooting a career low on 3-point percentage. They think Jordan Poole is the third coming of Christ. Well, he shot like 32% last series. And Klay Thompson, who has not been himself since his injury, I don't know if we're still using that excuse. I honestly believe, my biggest thing in this series, I want to see how many technical fouls between Luka and Draymond. That's gonna be impressive theater to watch. Those guys barking the refs, but that's gonna be fun to watch. I really believe Dallas is going to win the series in 6. I will go 7 if we're respecting the Warriors. I'm going 6. I believe Jason Kidd has his team locked down defensively. And I don't believe Steph Curry, especially in the playoffs, is going to give them as big of a problem as people think. I feel like we're putting too much on Luka because you're not the one person saying this. You're not the one person saying, well, who's going to help Luka? He's had help the entire playoffs. It's been Jalen Brunson, Luka, and then either Reggie Bullock or Maxi Kleber or Davis Bertans. They all have been helping him. It's really been impressive to me. Even Dorian Finney-Smith has been great for a good majority of the playoffs so far. Thoughts on that?
Well, the Dallas team, the role players have stepped up in previous series, but let's be fair. They were not favored to win against Phoenix. They were dog in the series. They were dog in Game 7. They won home games. They played well at home, but they did not play well on any of the road games up until Game 7. It took a massive choke job by a career choker for them to win Game 7 on the road. And so if you think Golden State's going to lay down like a dead puppy, then sure. Yeah, Dallas, their role players can hit wide open threes and nobody's going to rebound the ball, and they can play just like Phoenix did in Game 7. But outside of that, Dallas was never supposed to be here, right? They were not predicted to be here. Now, if you're predicting they're going to get past Golden State, you should make some money on that because they're a really big underdog in this series. And there are places you can make these wagers because I just don't see it. This is a full team. Golden State has been there. They know how to win. They have home field advantage. They have a much better defensive team when healthy than they've shown all year long. Dallas's role players are great. They can step up in big spots, no question about it. But this is a different animal than what they faced last series.
It's plus 180 for the Mavs, and Sammy, I'll be honest. Not only do I have the Mavs in 6, I think Mavs kill them in game 1. I think
You,
Mavs, because they just played, and I know I just use that argument with the Heat and the Celtics. I I believe the Mavericks in game 1 in Dallas are going to punch Golden State in the mouth and put everyone on notice.
it very, very well can happen. Game 1 is usually the easiest one to steal if you're the road team.
If you're the if you're the underdog, I guess too, because they're at home, but.
I mean, you have to win a road game, right? There's no way to win the series without winning a road game. So winning game 1 is the easiest road game for Dallas to win. If you're the underdog team, so I could definitely see them giving them a good game 1. But Golden State plays really well at home, and they play really good defense. It's going to be a very tough matchup for Dallas. Like I said, they beat them 3 out of 4 during the season, so they know each other well enough.
Do you think there's something to be said about the carelessness of the Golden State Warriors sometimes? Because I noticed Steve Kerr has been. I don't know what kind of coach Steve Kerr is, because I don't think he's a great one. I think he just kind of benefited from Mark Jackson's thing. But I'll be honest, Sammy, I really believe why Steve Kerr never fixed the turnover issue? How many times we're going to hear that Steph Curry doesn't take care of the ball? How many times we're going to hear that they're making careless passes? That has to bite them in the butt sometime, right?
Oh, absolutely, and you're 100% right. The turnovers are definitely a plague they have to get by. But Steve Kerr did change quite a bit about that team. Mark Jackson really set up the defensive side of the ball for Golden State when he was there. But this offense, this fluid passing offense with the open threes, that's a Steve Kerr brainchild. He revamped the whole offensive side of the ball. And so if you remember the Warriors, draining hundreds of threes and being this high-scoring, very fluid, fun team to watch, what you're looking at is Steve Kerr's mind. Mind put to poetry, right? Put to music. They're definitely his brainchild. But you're 100% right about the turnovers. They have to do something to not turn the ball over, and especially when you're facing a big underdog like Dallas, you don't want to give them reason to have hope. And turn the ball over will definitely help give them a lot of hope in this series.
Fair enough. We have to leave that one there. And Sammy, how about this? Tomorrow, we're going to do a debate, our first debate of the Action versus Mike series. I'm excited. Are the Warriors the best team left in the NBA? Sammy wants to make a case for it. We'll have to see.
I can make a case for it. If they win tonight, it'll make my case a lot easier.
Yeah, I bet it will. Right. Well, one of us will be riding a certain high tomorrow, so we'll see.
If Dallas wins, I might have to call in sick.
Right.